What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments down below, guys, I would love to see a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. Past or present, it doesn't matter. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, this was a request build. And it's kind of funny because I've done builds on Tayshaun, I've done builds on Wallace and Sheed, but oddly enough, I haven't done one on Rip and Chauncey, and I got a request for Rip Hamilton, and well, I guess I'm gonna have to do Chauncey too, because I mean that Detroit Pistons team, I mean. That they were special, right? I mean, that 04 team, no one expected them to do what they did. And the fact that a team with no clear superstar, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they were all really, really good players. That entire, that entire starting five was all really, really good. But they weren't. There was no true superstar on that team, but they all had their roles and they all excelled really, really good at their roles. And the thing about that team is, all five of the guys played pretty good defense. Of course, Ben Wallace and Tayshaun was kind of the front runners of that. But I mean, they as a whole, that entire team played really, really good defense. And with this build, you're going to have that ability, of course. You're also going to have the ability to finish, and you're going to have the ability to shoot. Oh, and by the way, to make it even better, you're going to get a nice little name for this build. It's not going to be something generic that you see a lot of. It's kind of different. You're not going to see this on the courts a lot. So if that's something that you like and you like to be a little bit more original, and this is definitely the build for you. If you like Rip Hamilton, this is the build for you. So let's get right into it. So guys, starting off, of course, we're going to go with the mostly shooting with a little bit less defense. I feel like that's a really, really good way to go. Now, if you just wanted to focus on Hamilton's offensive game, you could go with the mostly shooting with a little bit less finishing. But I really like this one, guys. I'm telling you, this one plays really, really nice. And of course, anytime you're doing a shooting build, I would recommend, especially if you're a guard, small forward, point guard, I would definitely recommend going with speed because you're going to need it. Now on this build, guys, we're going to max out our close shot, we're going to max out our driving layup, and our driving dunk. That's all we're touching here. For this, we're going to take our mid-range up to 90. We're going to take our three-point shot up to 85. Our free throw, we're going to max it out, and then we're going to max out our post fade. We're going to max out our pass accuracy. We're going to max out our ball handling. And we're going to take this up just enough to get that 11th badge. So just take it up to 35. Then we're going to max out our perimeter defense, our lateral quickness, our steal, and then we'll put these remainders here. So if you look at this build, you've only got one finishing, but you have 25 shooting, 11 playmaking, and 17 defensive and rebounding badges. Of course, we're going to be compact, 6'6", 185. Now with this build, I would take this up just the one tick. I wouldn't take it up anymore because this way you just get the pluses to the defensive attributes and the close shot. For your takeover, it really depends on you. I feel like spot up or shot creator would be the best way to go. And you have built a two-way mid-range shooter. So that's something you don't see a lot of. On the courts, you may see a lot of two-way sharpshooters, but I really feel like, while Rip was definitely able to shoot the three, his mid-range game was, he was lethal, right? I mean, that's where that was really what he was really lethal at. I mean, he hit some big shots, but from the three, but I just feel like his mid-range game was a bit better. So for the one finishing badge, guys, in case you missed it, we did do Fearless Finisher. Now for the shooting badges, we're going to go Hot Zone Hunter. We're going to go Limitless Spot Up. I feel like Fade Ace is another way that you want to go with this build because he had a really nice fade. Then for the other ones, guys, it really depends on you, right? Catch and Shoot is really, really good on this build. I will tell you that. I like Deadeye. I like Blinders. And then another good one for this one, guys. It really, like I said, these all depend on you. But the one that I liked with is Stop and Pop. That way, if I'm handling the ball, I can just kind of stop and pull up, and it does pretty well. Glue hands on this build, guys. I feel like it is a must. Space Creator is another really, really good one. Unpluckable, of course. And then for the last two, I liked Bullet Passer. You could also do Needle Threader. And then Stop and Go is also a really good one. Now, I mean, if you wanted to go with, Quick First Step or Tied Handles or something like that, you could do that as well. Now, for the defense, guys, we're going to go with Clamps. We're going to go Interceptor, Intimidator. I feel like those are three really, really good ones for this build. Also, I like Hustler. I just think it's a really, really good build. Where this is a guard build, I would say, you may want to do Pick Dodger. That may be something that works for you because you may see a lot of picks. I like Pickpocket. We'll do Pick Dodger on Bronze. And then the last one, guys, I mean, it's up to you. And we'll just go with Rebound Chaser because he wasn't a great rebounder, but he was decent. I think he averaged like 3 a game or something like that. Which the rebounding on this build, it isn't that great. So that having that Rebound Chaser on there would definitely help you grab a few more boards. So with that, guys, we're going to have Clamps, Hustler, Interceptor, Intimidator, and Pickpocket on gold, with Pick Dodger and Rebound Chaser on bronze. I mean, if you wanted to go, Rim Protector, well, I wouldn't do Rim Protector, obviously. But if you wanted to do like Off-Ball Pest, Ankle Braces, Ball Stripper, anything like that too, I mean, you certainly could. It really depends on you. This is just the badges, like I say, they're just a suggestion. They're not necessarily something that I would say is recommended for the build. But yeah, guys, I mean, I really feel like this is a good Rip Hamilton build. I mean, that like I said, if you wanted to go, and I'll show you real quick, like if you wanted to go that route, I don't know why I did that, but we'll go ahead and we'll just go in and edit this build. So like if you wanted to go, for instance, if you just wanted to be offensive heavy, right, and you wanted to go, say, this route, then what I would do is, again, I would go with speed. We're going to max out our close shot. We're going to max out our driving layup and our driving dunk. Our shooting pretty much going to be the same. We're going to take our mid-range is only going to go up to an 86. We'll take our three-point shot up to just 80. Then we'll max out our free throw and our post fade. We're going to do the same for pass accuracy and ball handling. We're going to max both of those out. And then just take this up just to 37 just to get that 14th playmaking badge. And then we're going to max out perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and then defensive rebounding, and then offensive rebounding. So if you look at this, your badge layout is a little bit more spread out. You have 11 finishing, 26 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 5 defensive and rebounding badges. Body shape, guys, it really depends on you. We'll just go compact because that's kind of what Rip was. And then we'll be 6'6", of course, 185. Just go ahead and take that up one tick like before, just because you get all those bonuses but no minuses. For your takeover, it really depends on you. If you wanted to go, you've got Slasher in place of Lockdown on this one. So if you like playing as a slasher, you could do that. I would just do either spot up or shot creator for a Rip Hamilton build. And for this, you have built a mid-range facilitator, which isn't really what I would consider. Rip, he was able to pass the ball. I think he averaged around 3 assists for his career per game, so he was a pretty good passer. But like I said, I just like that other one a little bit better. But again, both of these builds, they're kind of different. They're kind of builds that you're not going to see on the courts. A lot of, especially at the guard position, you're not going to see that. Mostly you're going to see like play shot or something like that. So this is something that's a little bit different, but still gives you that ability to, handle the ball and break down your defender, and also have that ability to shoot and finish as well. So, if you don't want to build, like a playmaking shot creator or a slasher, or a majority of the builds that you see, but you want to do a build that has similar abilities. These two builds, they're both really, really good, and they both work for you. And I feel like, either way, they're both a pretty decent representation of Rip Hamilton. I just like that first one a little bit better because of that perimeter defense and things. It's really all on preference, whichever you prefer. I like to have the ability to play some defense. So if you're someone that you just want to go offensive heavy, this is the way I would do that build. As far as the badges, I would go very similar on the badges. But with that being said, guys, if you enjoy those Legends of the Game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments down below, please let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on, past or present. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.